Hello and welcome to Sunshine Fitness. My name is Sally. You are so welcome to join me today as we do a mixed class of seated and standing exercises. For today's class, you will need a Pilates ball or just a ball that you can definitely give a good squish to that will provide you with some resistance. You can grab a chair, make sure it's nice and sturdy, and if you want to move it around a lot through the session, please just make sure it's quite nice and light. Clear the area of any trip hazards and obstacles, but make sure that you have some water to hand. This session is going to be about 25 minutes long, and we're going to be doing some standing exercises using the chair, but if you prefer to stay seated throughout, feel free. Remember, please go at your own pace. The fact you're here today means that you're doing something, and something is always better than nothing. So we're going to start with a deep breath. We'll pop our ball to one side and hope that it doesn't roll away. Okay, sitting up nice and tall in your chair, shoulders back and down, deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Excellent. Just rest the hands on the legs. Gentle drop of the ear to the shoulder, trying to make sure it's not the chin to the shoulder, but the ear, and then slowly lift to the other side. Excellent. Once more, either side. Excellent. And then we're going to sit up tall, and we're just going to relax the shoulders as we look to the side, and then switch to the other side. And again. Excellent. And then just slightly move forward on your chair, away from the back of the chair, and we're just going to rest our hands on our knees and allow the back to round, and then sit up nice and tall. As you do this, you can drop your chin to the chest, and then that just brings a lovely bit of flexibility into the neck and back. Breathing in and out. Excellent stuff. And up, keeping the back away from the chair or positioning back, so backs of chair, backs of you are connected together. We're going to start with rolling out the shoulders. We've got our fingertips on the shoulders, winding those elbows back. Excellent stuff. Okay, relax them there and then draw them forwards and open. Together and open. So try not to concave, but stay nice and tall and relaxed through your back and core. Lovely. Excellent. And then we're just going to reach one arm up, either side, just lifting up one side of the bottom if that is feasible for you today. That's it. Excellent. Lovely. And then we're just going to take the arm down to the side, side. Superb. That's it. Getting a bit of length through the side of the body, a bit of movement there through the waistline. And then finally from here, we're just going to turn slightly to the side and back. This is where you suddenly realize if your chair has a very high stiff back or not. Keep your knees forwards. That's it. Excellent. Superb. And then rest the hands on the knees. And we're just going to relax and just lower the chest towards the knees. Try not to drop your head between your knees, but as I always say, nose over your toes, nose over your toes. And then this is just bringing in some mobility to the lower back area as well as the arms. Excellent. Okay, we want to just make sure we're doing the arms and the elbows here with the wrists. So lifting and lowering, tapping the fingers to the shoulders. Excellent. That's it. And then both hands out, and then just flex the wrists. That's it. Forwards and backwards. And then we're going to turn the wrists in a full rotation one way, and then back the other way. Lovely. Excellent stuff. Take the feet a little wider, and then we're just going to rest the hands on the knees as we slowly take the chest in a circle. So again, we're just keeping the head lifted, no strain on the neck here, but we're really working around the whole of our core area. Please remember, if you have any aches and pains today, Exercise can help sometimes work through those niggles, but if you've got a sight of sharp pain, then just lessen the movement or avoid it altogether. Beautiful. That's it. Excellent. And then back to your seated position. Lovely. You can sit back in your chair at this point if that is comfortable for you. And we're going to start on the feet. So we're just lifting and lowering toes to heels. Toes to heels. Superb. And then we're going to change foot. Breathing through. Might have been a while since you took a breath. Now is a good time. That's it. Heel to toe. Lovely. And then we're going to do both feet together. So toes to heels, toes to heels, toes to heels. Superb. And then one foot at a time, circling your ankle through and then back the other way. Excellent. And then the other foot. Oh, that feels good on the ankles. It's good to give them a bit of attention. That's it, take it through. And then feet come together. Keep the knees together as we take the toes in and out. That's it. And then we're going to keep the toes together as we take the heels out and in. Lovely. Okay. And then we're going to start working on the legs a little bit more here. So you can start by just lifting the same leg. That's it. So just holding underneath the thigh, lifting up and then changing leg. And what this is actually is a cheeky little arm workout. You're going to feel the work there on your arms. Change leg again. And we're going to alternate this time. That's it. So one part of the body finds it easy whilst the other is working a little bit harder, which is going to help get your heart rate up. That's it. Beautiful. Keep going. One more each side. That's it. Superb. Okay, we're going to rest those arms now. The legs know what's coming. We're going to alternate each side as we lift those knees up. Try not to give in to rounding the back at this point. We're going to sit up tall and just make sure that we're just getting maximum oxygen brought in through our lungs without squishing them. And then we're going to do 4 on this leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Change sides. 4, 3, 2, 1. And as we're going to be doing some hip work today, we're going to get those legs used to that in and out motion, working into the hip flexors. So we're going to lift our knee, open to the side, in and down, changing sides. That's it. Keep breathing through. Lovely. Using those big muscles in the legs right now. Excellent. Really working into those hip flexors, getting a little bit of length through them. Just go gently here if this feels quite tight. We're going to do 4 here for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then change legs with me. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And then lift this leg up and push it towards me. So change leg, push it towards me. That's it. Lift and push. Beautiful. So this really activates the muscles, these quadriceps in your thighs, those big leg muscles that are so important for lifting our legs up and down stairs. Lovely. And over steps and curbs. Again, trying to hold the shoulders up and back. That's a workout in itself. And then this side again, we're going to do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, that bites, doesn't it? Well done. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And remember, just do as many as your body is comfortable to do today. Pedal your feet through, so lift and lower those heels. Excellent. And take one more deep breath in and out. Excellent. So, started to engage the body in some movement. Let's now take it on to the next level and pick up our resistance balls. Okay, lovely. So, oh, is that the sound of the ball? My friends come to check things out. Is there water there? Want some water? Nope. Okay, lovely. So we're going to start by building a little bit of heat through the upper body and the arms. Okay, and we're also going to get these fingers moving. So I just want you to hold the ball by your fingertips, not the whole of your hand. So just release the ball to the fingertips, and we're going to squish the fingers and the thumb as hard as possible into that ball. That's it, as though we're trying to remold it. Lovely. And please, again, do go at your own pace here, but you're building up strength through your fingers, which is so important for our grip, okay, which then can be important for just everyday activities, as well as holding stair rails or just grabbing hold of dog leads. That's another one. Excellent stuff. Okay. Whew. And you really start to feel that in the wrists, okay? That's excellent. So, talking of the wrists, we're now just going to wind the ball around. Don't worry, there isn't like an exact shape to this, but what we're doing again is just moving the wrists around. And it's just movement, a little bit of eye coordination coming in here, just keeping an eye on things, and then back the other way. So you're just turning the ball round and round, bending the wrists as you do it. That's it, lovely. And then just pop the ball on your knee just to really work into those wrists, fingertip to wrist joint, fingertips to wrist. That's it. So we're not pressing down so hard, but we're just getting some nice flex in those fingers. Excellent. And then the other side. That's it. So bending at the elbow and then straightening. Lovely. Fingertips, and check out the state of your nails and think whether you need to cut them or file them later. Lovely. Okay, so a little bit of flexing and stretching, and now onto a bit of strength. So we've done the fingers and the wrists. Place that ball between the palms of your hands. Sit up nice and tall. Elbows are lifted, but you're relaxed through the shoulders. Breath in, and then we're going to squeeze and release that ball. Oh yes. Feel the muscles there around, that's it, the shoulders, the pectorals, the arms, that's it, press and release. So this is where you really start building heat through the upper body, working into the back as well. Excellent. 2 more. And then we're going to do a little cheeky pulse for 8. Here we go. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do another round of those, but not just yet. Instead, we're going to take the ball out and round and behind us, and then back the other way. Now, if your chair doesn't allow for this, or your shoulders this morning or this afternoon, take the ball back as far as you can, but you don't have to change hands behind you, change hands in front. But what you're doing here is just bringing movement into the shoulders. That's it. So just take the arms back as far as you can. Lovely. That's it. And changing direction for 2 final ones in this way. Excellent stuff. Have a breath. Okay, let's just do another round of those squeezes here. So we're going to do 8 singles. 1, 2. 2 more. That's it, fingertips are off the ball as we come into the pulse. So keep the fingers away, pressing through the palms of the hands with me now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. Well done. Okay, so we're going to get the legs involved now, okay? The arms have worked very hard. So we're going to start by just, we're going to lift together with our arms and leg, okay? And we're going to aim not to touch the floor. So we're going to lift the knee and press away. So you can bring the ball into the chest if that's a nicer move there, and sweep the ball in front as you sweep the leg away. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Whew. And relax, because that's a lot of hard work on the leg. Okay. Let's just breathe the ball in and change hands. That's it. Little active recovery, so we just reduce down the exertion but keep ourselves moving. Beautiful. Okay, if you're ready, let's go on for that other leg. So we lift the knee in the ball and then press away. Well done. At your own pace, we're doing 4 more. 4, 3. Lift the knee as high as you can. Last one, well done. Press the foot away and relax. That is no mean feat. Okay, well done. So what we're going to do now is you can come towards the edge of your chair, or if you happen to have a nice big gap beneath your chair, then that's fantastic. I'll just show you what we're doing. So I'm just going to lift my hips in order to just bring some movement forward in my chair. And then we're going to reach down and we're going to circle the legs with the ball. So again, what I want to avoid here is dropping the head between the knees. I want to keep my chin lifted slightly with the nose over those toes. That's it. So working in through the lower back and in the core. So use your tummy to help pull you back up, okay? Because that is one of the things when we have to reach down to pick something up off the floor or reach across the table, sometimes it's quite an effort to get back to center. And that's why we want strong tummy muscles. So use the tummy to help pull you up. We'll go the other way. If you start getting dizzy, just lift that chin and keep breathing. Well done. Superb. Okay, so that's quite a lot on the sat down position. We're now going to come to standing. Now, if you want to here, we're going to do a series of sit to stands, okay? And this is where we sit in our chair towards the edge of it. We have our heels underneath our knees, okay? And we're going to hold the ball in our hands or put the ball down if that's more comfortable for you at this point, okay? And I'm going to put my weight into my heels, so just practice now shifting your weight from your bottom to your heels, okay? And then we're going to press up. What I want you to do is keep almost looking at me. Don't look down at the floor and press up, because that's when we can risk tipping over. So instead, sit up nice and tall, nose over the toes, press into the heels and squeeze up through the bottom. Well done. Take a seat back down. We're going to do 5 more of those. So bring the feet back, that's it. Weight into the heels and then nose over the toes, squeeze the bottom up. Beautiful. Okay, we're doing 3 more. That's it. 2. Excellent work. And 1 more. Lovely. Okay. So this last one, we're going to stand up and then we're going to turn around and stand next to our chair. Off we go. So lifting up with me now. Slowly take yourself around to the side. I'm going to turn my chair. And I'm going to have some water at this point as well. Lovely. Okay, so you're going to have some water? Nope, not interested. Okay, lovely. So I've got the chair to my side and I've got it there to weight bear onto if I need to, with the ball also. Okay, so from here, we're going to start by standing tall, feet apart. Tuck the tailbone in, and we're just going to, this is a nice bit of work for the fingers as well. We're just going to reach the ball down to the knee and roll back up. So you're just reaching the ball down towards your knee and back up. So you'll start to work the muscles on the back of your legs as you do this. They're going to start stretching out, which is really good because when we sit down all the time, those muscles shorten. And then that can make us pull us down a little bit and cause lower back pain or cause us to eventually stoop. So we want to lengthen those muscles as well as have that fabulous dexterity through our fingers. Okay, now grip the ball, okay, and we're going to tap the knee and stand up. Tap the knee and stand up. That's it. And then we're going to tap the knee and push the ball forwards. Tap, push forwards. That's it. Tap, push forward. So we're getting some good grip work here on the hand, which actually engages the forearm. That's it. Working the lower back, back of the legs. Excellent. You can take the ball overhead if you prefer. That's it. And down. Lovely. Okay. Superb. Have a little rest. Move those knees around. Okay. Heading into a little bit of balance. Standing on one leg. Take the toes forward on the other. Standing up tall. Whoop. We're going to do some bicep curls and a knee lift. If you prefer just to do the bicep curls or just the knee lifts, please do. But here's a little combo if you want to challenge yourself to both. That's it. So you're bringing the ball up and the knee up. We're going to do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent stuff. We can feel that through the knee. That's brilliant. Okay, and then from here to finish this side, we're going to be stretching overhead. So you take the foot out to the side and the arm goes overhead. That's it. So you take it up and out. We're doing 7 more. That's it. 3 more. 2 and 1. Beautiful. Excellent stuff. Give yourself a nice sweep round with the ball to finish this side, and then we're going to switch the chair over. Okay, without knocking all of the water. Okay, excellent stuff. So we're going to start by just standing tall, tailbone tucked under, soft bend in the knees, a slight one, and then we're going to keep it all back as we just creep the fingers down towards the knees and back up. That's it. So don't overbend the knees because you end up avoiding the work on the back of the leg, and it's the muscles on the back of the leg that we want to work. So we're not bending all the way down, but you're just hinging at your hips and you'll feel a pull on the back of your legs. That's it. And again, you can go at your own time. If you'd rather just lower the ball with your hand, you can do that. The fingers is just a good option to work them and get that movement in them. Okay, but we are now going to grab the ball and we're going to be lowering the ball down. So keep that back fat, that back flat. That's it. It's like I used to say the word park arc, not car park. Park arc. Okay, lovely. So you're just tapping beneath the knee straight back, and then at this point, if you want to, we can pick the ball up, forwards or overhead. That's it, flat back. Excellent. So we're getting a good hinge in the hips, lengthening through the hamstrings, and a bit of work on the grip and forearm and the elbow. That's it. We want to move those joints. Excellent. Last one. Superb. Okay, so as we did before, we're going to be doing a bicep curl and a knee lift. Okay, so toes out slightly to the front, lift and lower. That's it. If you want to challenge your balance, just take a couple of fingers onto the chair, or you can take your hand off altogether. That's it. But lift the knee and lower. We're doing 5 more. 4, 3, oh, I can really feel that in my hip flexors. 2, last one, and relax. Whew, pedal those knees through. Lovely. Now, this is where we're going to get that nice side body stretch. So take your toes out to the side, ball goes overhead, or it might just go across the body, and that's fine. So over and down. So that's it. Reach the leg out and the arm up. Beautiful. 6 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. And again, soften the knees, give yourself A lovely big swirl round with the ball and back up. That's brilliant. Excellent stuff. Okay. I'm going to pop the ball underneath the elbow at this point and we're going to strengthen our shoulder. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the knees out slightly to the side. Okay. And I just want us to sink the bottom back. So by turning the knees out, just turn the toes from facing the front to about a 45-degree angle. So it's the feet that's at the 45-degree angle, and I want you to sit your bottom back slightly as opposed to just sinking directly down and pushing the knees forward. So push your bottom back and up, okay? And try and keep that chin lifted, okay? Now, we're going to drop down, come up, and then squeeze the ball to the ribs. Breathing through, down, up, squeeze the ball. That's it. Excellent. So we've got a lot going on here. Well done. Down, up, squeeze. Superb. Lovely. So weight into the heels, bottom back, working into the buttocks, into the legs. That's it. Lovely. Squeeze the bottom up. That's it. Using that elbow to work into the ball there. We've got 2 more. And 1 more. Excellent. Okay, really good. Superb. Okay, so we are now going to take the ball in our flat of our hand and we're just going to turn and pivot on the foot by the chair to almost look behind us. Okay? If you want to, and it feels comfortable for you, you can leave the feet flat on the floor and you get more of a rotation through the waist. Okay? But we're just turning, that's it, the upper back. I'm aiming to keep the hips forwards. Beautiful. 1 more. And pause there. Excellent stuff. Okay, we're going to change back to the other side. Superb. Okay, so we're going to start this time with the moves that we've just done. Okay, so popping that ball underneath the elbow, that's it. Making sure the feet are slightly turned out at 45-degree angle. Just start by the bottom goes back and back, that's it. Knees don't go forward, the bottom goes back, weight into the heels. That's it. And then as you come up, squeeze the ball under the elbow. Drop back, up, and squeeze. Well done. That's it. Well done. Excellent. We're going to do 4 more. 4. Keep that chin lifted. 3, 2, and then really squeeze that ball in. 1. Excellent. Lovely stuff. Excellent. So now we're going to do that spinal rotation. So shoulders back, tailbone tucked under. And again, you can pivot on the back foot by the chair, that is, or soft bend in the knees and just turn as though you're passing the ball to somebody behind you. That's it. And it just gives a nice rotation through the waist. Okay, we want to be able to reach round, reach back, reach behind. We're doing 2 more. And 1. Excellent stuff. So, we are now going to take the ball to our hips as though we're just carrying it, okay? Standing tall, lift and lower, lift and lower. That's it. Up on the toes and flat on the foot. Up and down. Superb. Just really excellent flex through the ankle joint here. Weight bearing into the toes, strengthening those muscles in the foot. That's it. Keep your chin lifted. Beautiful. Tailbone tucked under. 2 more. And then this last one, stay up if you can. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Excellent. Okay, bring the chair back round and we'll sit down to stretch and finish. Beautiful. Okay, oh, that chair is nice and hot now. Okay, so let's stretch using our ball, okay? So we're going to lift one foot up, pull the toes towards us, and then just reach the ball away and back. That's it, same leg, same. Breathing in and out. Lovely, pull the toes back towards you. Once more. Excellent. Other side. That's it, really lift the lower leg up as high as it will go. Two more. And reach forwards. That's it. Lovely. Excellent stuff. Okay, sitting up tall. Another excuse for a rotation, side to side this time. Knees stay still. Elbows go back. That's it. And then we're going to do a lovely side bend. So you can put the hand on the chair or on your waist and just lower the ball towards the floor. It doesn't have to go all the way down. Once more. And up, change hands, and then lower and lift. Excellent, last one. Okay, our last move here. Take the feet a little wide if that's more comfortable. I'll show this move with one hand and then with two. One hand on the thigh. You reach forward, lift up, back and down, change hands. So it's as though you're doing a really big scoop with the ball. Breathing through and up. So this again is just so lovely and lengthening for the back. It's strengthening for the core. Lengthening for the arm. And then if you want to, you can do both arms together. Just make sure those feet are going to bear some weight as you reach forwards, up and down. Lovely. Excellent. We're going to try one more. And then from here, keep those feet planted because we're leaning forward, so we want some weight on the feet. And then we're reaching out in really big circles here. Other way. And back again. Excellent. This just lengthens all of our muscles out. That's beautiful. To finish, pop that ball between your knees. So this is where I said we'll be doing a little bit of hip work and inner thigh work. We're sitting up tall, hands are resting on your hips. And we are going to compress the ball as tightly as we can. We're going to do this together for 10 repetitions. Off we go, breathing in and out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it here, squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and relax. Well done. Sit back in your chair, rest the ball on your lap or put it to one side. Take a deep breath in and relax. Excellent. You can circle your ankles round one way and back the other. That's it, just to help the body ease into relaxation. Close your eyes and I'm going to pray us out. Father God, I just thank you for today's session. I thank you, Lord, that you're with us in every activity of our day, whether we are aware of you or not. I thank you, Lord, that you watch over us and you protect us and you love us. And I just pray everybody watching today, Lord, would just feel your presence, would receive your healing touch and know your love for them. And bless them, Lord, in their relationships, in their homes, and the plans and purposes you have for them. In Jesus' name. Amen. All right, my beauties, enjoy the rest of your day and I look forward to seeing you next time. God bless.